Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. Salzburg 1, Chelsea 2. Quick match reaction from me, myself. Sorry I can't be here for tomorrow to do the live match reaction. I'm actually out all day tomorrow, so I thought what I'd try and do is get a quick pre-recorded video in for you guys on this game, so you can understand, get my thoughts and feelings on the game as well. Make sure you leave your comments below as well. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. I want to know who your man of the match was. I want to know what your thoughts were overall on the game, performances of certain individuals. Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you hit them likes, guys. Just get these likes up. And like I said, subscribe if you're new to the channel. But what a performance today, right? What a performance. A performance that we haven't seen from us in a little while, I would say. In the last couple of games, we haven't really hit the heights that we've needed to. But however, in today's game, seeing that lineup, which you saw earlier on today in the match preview show, we would have never guessed. He went for Sterling on the left, Pulisic on the right. We had Aubameyang and Kai Havertz leading the line together, playing together. Kovacic and Jorginho were in. And then obviously Chalobah, Cucurella and Thiago Silva with Kepa in goal. It was, when I first saw the lineup, I was very confused. I was like, where are we going with this? What are we doing here? And, we've seen Pulisic and Sterling playing as a wing-back for the club. And we've always been a little bit sceptical of them being able to do it. And it's more to do, not just because of them being less effective going forward from not seeing enough of the ball, but it was also the thing of the defensive aspect. And obviously going to Salzburg, a team that haven't lost in 40 games at home, and play the way that we did from, I'd say, from 0 to 90 was very impressive. And the first half, some of the link-up play, I mean, Kovacic was absolutely immense for me. Absolutely immense. And we're going to do a quick player rating straight after this, but I just want to mention a couple of individuals that I thought really stood out today. Mateo Kovacic was unbelievable. I thought he had an amazing game. More of a freedom role in this game. So he wasn't as close to Jorginho as he usually is. It was like he was told to just concentrate on his game and be effective. And boy, was he. He was so good today. Progressing up the ball, with the ball up the pitch, releasing the ball quickly, getting stuck in, and just keeping the ball moving quickly. Jorginho moved the ball forward quicker today as well, and they didn't look too bad together in the midfield. I thought the defence, and I want to talk about specifically about Trevor Chalobah, again, what a performance from him. Consistent performance. And, I think Gareth Southgate's got to be looking at Trevor Chalobah now. I really do. The level of performances that this boy is putting in for this football club is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And hats off to him. Wesley Fofana gets injured. He comes in and he's taken his chances. He's taken his chances at his football club, and there's a massive improvement for him from last year. I thought he was good last year, but had a couple of moments. But now, like I've been saying before, he reads danger better. He understands his position better. And obviously learning from the best being next to Thiago Silva, he's just going up step by step for me. Thiago Silva, who we're going to do a play rating for soon and talk about, was also immense. And then there was Kai Havertz, and I thought he was very good today. The first half, some people thought he was very good. Some people thought he was still average. For me, I thought he was good. I thought he linked play well. He could have had an assist in the first half. Granted, he should have scored the header. He didn't. But the second half, he seemed to kick on, and he went up a gear for me, and he got more involved in the game. His link-up play was good. The technical ability of what I said about him being able to bring the ball down and move forward comfortably with the ball, we saw today. And when I tell people, if you're going to see the best of him, it has to be as a 10 with the freedom to be able to move each side and be effective and receiving the ball quickly. When I say that, this is what it is. This is what you get when he's playing well. And I just hope for his sake that he can be consistent. But let's talk about that finish, because that finish was a world-class finish. Not many of our players shoot from outside the box. We've seen him do it at Germany, and he does it again today. So big up to Kai Havertz for stepping up and being a difference maker in terms of scoring the winning goal. But overall he had a good game. Mateo Kovacic's goal was great as well. I love seeing him on the score sheet. Very rare for him as well. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy, and the fact that we've now into the last 16, we've qualified, we've done it. I wouldn't say Yeah, I would say we done it, not say comfortably, but we done it in a tough game up against a team that were very good. I thought they were decent, Salzburg. You know, they gave us problems going the other way, and they're a very organised, well-drilled, good team. And we come up against them, and we took it to them, and we played to our strengths, going forward, defensively, and even partly through the midfield as well. But like I said, guys, obviously you're watching me on a pre-record at the moment, so please make sure that you are hitting the likes, as always. Please do that. That helps the channel so much. Let me know down below who your man of the match was. If you're going to ask me man of the match, I'd probably go with Trevoh Chalobah again. I just thought he was absolutely unbelievable. But between him, Silva, Kovacic and Havertz, for me, all four of them were very good today. But yeah, it was impressive. It was an impressive performance by the Blues. And what we're going to do now is the player ratings, quick player ratings for you guys. And we'll start with Kepa. Now, I thought he had a decent game today. Made some good saves, important saves. But at the same time, you can see where his weaknesses still lie. And I just think from corners, he's just nervy. When I watch him, I get scared. Because I know that he doesn't bring much confidence to me, aerially. You know, I don't think he controls the box well enough. But, you know, everything else other than that, I thought he done okay. And at the end of the day, he's keeping Mendy on the bench. He's still kicking on, moving forward as well. The goal wasn't really his fault. Couldn't do too much with it. So I'll probably go with Kepa for a 7 today. I thought, again, it was another decent performance from him. Cucurella. Another one that I forgot even to get into, but it's good that we're doing the ratings. I thought he was an 8.5 today. I thought Cucurella was immense. And I was one to criticise him for his Villa performance. Granted, he deserved it, because I thought it was a poor performance. But today's performance at Salzburg with Silva and Chalobah, he looked very impressive, very comfortable. He looked more fit. He looked more hungry. His progressive passing was very good. He didn't give him a minute on the ball. And every challenge he seemed to just win. And he just looks so confident. And I love knowing that we have a player with the ability of this guy on that side. You know, you've got Ben Chilwell and you've got him. And I keep saying it keeps the standard so high on that side. Again, will Graham Potter use him to, you know, in the long run in that position? We'll have to wait and see. Koulibaly could potentially be back for the next game, is what we've been told. So let's see what happens with that. But for me, 8.5 for Cucurella. Thiago Silva, El Monstro, like I said on my Twitter earlier, he is one of a kind. He is, for me, just the one. He is the one. He always will be the one. And even though I would probably say for the goal, it's partly probably his fault because of the way he committed to going into the challenge and trying to win the ball quickly, and he didn't. We then got caught on the back of that at 2 against 3, and then ended up scoring from that. It kind of knocked us off balance. It was a good counter-attack on Salzburg's half, but, you know, he didn't have to commit at that moment. You know, he could have stood away and held his position. He didn't, and it is what it is. But people forget straight after that, or I didn't say forget, people saw straight after that, Thiago Silva, ball line clearance, after Kepa completely scuffled it and it was going in, Thiago Silva's there. Some of the defensive duties after that as well. His level of performance never drops. That's what I'm saying. Even if he has a little blip or one moment, he always then steps up. Do you know what I mean? And he always kind of makes up for it. Or if he doesn't, you know, if he's not making up for it because he doesn't really need to most games, he's just still consistently very good. And for me, I'll hold an 8.5, maybe even a 9 for the El Monstro, top player. When he landed on his head, I was a little bit scared. I thought it was going to be a problem, but he gets up like a warrior he is and he moves. Trevoh Chalobah, I'm going to give a solid 9. I just thought he was maybe even a 9.5. I thought we were just awesome the whole game. His awareness of danger was next to none. And I'm so impressed by the guy's performance. So impressed by his performance, you know. And he keeps, just like I said, he keeps going from level to level to level. He deserves a call up to the England squad compared to the absolute shite that they already have in defence anyway. He would walk into that defence at the moment. He's that good. Eric Dyer, Maguire, put Chalobah in the England squad for me. He is that good. And I've always stood by this boy because I think I see something in him. And I really do think that if he can kick on and keep being consistent, he'll definitely be one for Chelsea in the future. Great performance from him. We then move on to the wing-backs, and I want to start from Christian Pulisic. I thought he had a better first half than he did a second. He was more effective in the first, drove forward well, linked up play well. Got involved for the Kai Havertz goal as well. in an instance. He wasn't fully effective the whole game, but at the same time, I kind of understand it because of the position we was asking him to play. However, he wasn't bad. You know, he wasn't bad, and part of the link, especially in the first half, some of the link-up play between all of them further up the pitch was very impressive. One-touch football, this, that, and the other. I liked it, you know, and I hope Christian Pulisic does get more game time because I think he deserves it, but I'd like to see him being played further up the pitch, more sort of a forward, closer to the striker, like we know where he's going to be. But at the moment, we are short. We can't keep playing the same players every time. We've got injuries, and Graham Potter, in a theory, is being forced into making these decisions. Raheem Sterling, as a left wing back, I thought again had a better performance today compared to the ones that I've seen, especially against Man United and Villa. For me, I don't think it's his natural position again, but again he can do a job. Linked up play very well, dribbling a lot more today. You know, could have released the ball quicker here and there at some points, but still very effective. And with his speed, with his ability to be able to get in behind, which he did do a couple of times, I thought he looked okay. For me, what did I give Pulisic? I didn't even say what I gave Pulisic. I gave Pulisic a 6.5 for me, and I'll give Sterling a 7. I'll give Sterling a 7. So, you know, I think Sterling was a little bit more effective than Pulisic on the other side. Some link-up play between him and Havertz and others was pretty impressive. And again, you know, at least it gives us an option to play from what we've seen today. If we're up against a team that's going to give us space and allow us to sort of play and operate in the way that we want to play. You know, that's the thing I would only say. I'm not sure if we could play this system consistently throughout the Premier League. Maybe Potter commits to try and doing that. We'll have to wait and see. And I'm not still sure in the Premier League if we will be able to do that consistently because we've not seen it. Then we move on to Conor Gallagher. Now, Conor Gallagher for me was top today. Another player that I thought played really well, energetic, got around some of his ball play, linking up play, looked more comfortable today. You can see the ability of this boy. And I think, again, you know, you can rotate with Mason Mount. Mason Mount didn't really get minutes today. Conor Gallagher comes in and he has a very good performance for me. And that, again, is a good thing for us because that means we've got strength on depth on the bench. But now they need to be consistent. And Conor Gallagher, with his movement, getting stuck in, driving forward, link play with the forward line, moving the ball quickly into him, always looking up to try and play the ball over the top, was effective today. Very effective. And for me, Conor Gallagher was probably an 8 today. I'd go for saying an 8 for him. Jorginho won man of the match. He wouldn't have been my man of the match specifically. I thought he wasn't atrocious, but at the same time, I wouldn't say he was man of the match level compared to the others. However, he did have a good game today. Moved the ball around okay with Kovacic. The chemistry they have together is good. He was a lot more progressive than he usually is, I'll be honest. I thought he was a lot more looking forward, trying to play balls quickly, which is a good thing to see from him. Something that we've been wanting him to do for a lot more, you know. And yeah, just a nice Jorginho performance for me. I'd probably give him a 7.5, maybe a 7 for me, in terms of Jorginho. We go into the forward line, and I'm going to go on to Aubameyang. Now, I thought Aubameyang had a decent game. He was created for, and when I keep saying with Aubameyang, create chances for him, and, you know, he just needs to be effective. I still think he will, in the long term, bury goals. I know he had good chances today. He should have put them in the back of the net. This is why we bought him here, you know, to do that. But his link-up play was very good. The running in behind was very good. And he found himself in the positions that we want to find him in. The first one with the amazing link-up play between Havertz, Sterling, Gallagher, and then it found Aubameyang at the end. I think he should have done better. Don't get me wrong. The second one, where he sort of took a bad touch and then ran round and hit with his left foot, was a great save because that was going in. He got a good foot to it. It was going into the corner, and the goalie had his hand down. He just unlucky hits it. He probably ends up scoring that on another day. So again, better performance from Aubameyang. You know, more of that for him is only a good thing because, like I keep saying, the more we create for that guy, the more I think he will pull it in the back of net, or I hope he will pull it in the back of net. For me, it was a 7 performance for me. I'd probably say a 7. But yeah, overall, you know, not bad. Just wanted him to take one of them chances to maybe push him up to an 8, if that was anything. Kai Havertz. Well, Kai Havertz for me, he was an 8.5. I thought he had a very good game. Better performance than what we saw last time. His touch on the ball was better. His movement off the ball was better. His running in behind was good. Could have had 2 or 3 assists today. He set up Sterling. He set up Pulisic. You know, he could have had another goal for himself if he'd have guided or headed the ball with a bit more purpose, which he didn't do in the first half. But his overall link-up play with the forward line was very good. He held the ball well. He was, you know, jumping up and being quite aerially... he was aerially jumping up with the defenders and winning headers as well. Just an overall better performance. I thought in the second half, he just looked so much better than he did in the first. I mean, the first was good, but the second he just kicked on. And that goal, and I keep saying it, it's just not many players in our team can finish like that. That's the truth. And he can. Yeah, and this is now where it's down to him to kick on and show this fan base, show the Chelsea fans that he can continuously do this at the highest order. And this is the thing with him. Consistency, like others, is the key thing here. Not going to jump the gun. It was a great finish, a better performance. And as I keep saying, if you're going to get the best out of him, you play him in the 10 role. And that's what we did with him today. We surrounded him with more creative players, people running off him. You know, it allowed him to be more effective in his own game as well. So for me, I thought Kai Havertz had a very good game today. Big up to him. And thank you for that win as well. I won't talk too much about the subs. Maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek because he came on for Kovacic. I thought once Kovacic come off, we lost a little bit of control in the game, but still, you know, Ruben comes on and he's dominant and he does his bit. And for me, Ruben will get a 7 for the time that he came on as well. Mount, I ain't going to rate too much because he came on a lot later, and Azpilicueta as well. But overall, Graham Potter's rating for me has to be a 9 because the decisions that he made today from the beginning worked. And they were bold decisions to play the wing-backs that he did, to allow to play the wing-backs that he did and play the way that we did is impressive. You know, I've seen Thomas Tuchel do it in the past and it's not worked one bit. Under Graham Potter, they looked more comfortable in doing it. However, could they do it in the Premier League is the big question mark. Doesn't matter. He done it today. We had to get the victory. He went attacking. He went for it. We went for it. The players were up for it. And we got it done. And big up to Graham Potter, still undefeated. Trevor Chalobah's 31 games without a defeat to his name. He's crazy. Every game that he's played, he's not lost one game. And he continues with that as well. Big up to him. And yeah, overall, I'm happy with the performance by Chelsea on this one as well. But like I said, guys, make sure you're leaving a comment in the box below. I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Who was your man of the match? Who was your man of the match? What did you think about the overall setup that Potter put out today? Who stood out for you? What players stood out for you today also as well? What was your favourite moment in the game as well? Just fill the comments up. I'd like to see what people were saying. One of my first pre-recorded videos on a match reaction. Like I said, we're not going to be doing too many of these. It's only when I can't obviously stream the next day because I'm going to not be available. So I will try and do this more often so that people get to hear thoughts and opinions and whatever else. But make sure you're subscribing to GNA TV. We're on the road to 10k, guys. So let's get this. Let's try and close the gap to that as well. Big up to yourselves. Hit the likes. Share on your socials. And I will be back on Thursday with Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs will be with us at 1 p.m. to discuss the recruitment talks. We're going to be talking about the recruitment at Chelsea, the people that have already come in, their roles, specific roles. We're going to talk about sporting directors. And we're also going to be talking about Christopher Nkunku to Chelsea. Could it possibly be done in the January window? That's the next live show you're going to see both on GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV as well. In the meantime, up the Chelsea. Good win. We should all be happy. And I will be back again very, very soon. Take care, guys, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.